Money Radio, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us. It's always a pleasure to welcome Laura Bramnick from TalkRealEstateAZ.com. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Sinclair.
So good to see you again.
It's great to be here.
Laura is a realtor and an attorney, and she's also a consumer advocate. That means she can help you put together a concrete plan for residential or commercial or land transactions, whatever your real estate needs. And she can really guide you through the process and really does work as a consumer advocate. She holds an active Arizona real estate license. She's certified as an instructor with the Arizona Department of Real Estate, and of course she is licensed through the State Bar of Arizona. More info, talkrealestateaz.com, talkrealestateaz.com. Phone number 480-624-2705, 480-624-2705. Laura, you're always up on the latest information with real estate. And so let's take a look at the Phoenix market and what you've uncovered and your research has unveiled.
Yeah, the research comes from the Multiple Listing Service and from the Carey School business at Arizona State University. They're the best place to get these statistics. So.
And would you say that the Phoenix real estate market is strong now?
Well, it's interesting because supply is down, and so that means it's more of a seller's market than a buyer's market because there's more competition for homes, let's say in the 200 to 250,000 range. The supply is about 9,300. That was as of the end of May.
That doesn't sound like much for a city this size.
No, and compare May 2015 to May 2006. In May 2006, there were 16,700 homes on the market. So that's a big difference. It's
a very big difference. And with less supply, we would anticipate that prices would be moving higher.
Yes, and in fact, the statistics show that. The median sales price in May of 2015 is $211,000. And if you compare that with the median sales price in May of 2011, that was $108,000.
Well, that's just about near the bottom of the market.
Yes. So the median price has increased by $100,000 over 4 years.
That's a big move.
That's a big move because you consider if you take the percentage, that's a pretty high percentage. Now, as prices rise, the percentage will reduce. It won't be as big a jump in terms of percentage. And so if you've been waiting on the sidelines, now may be a good time to get into the real estate market. If you're renting, because not only are prices increasing, but interest rates on mortgages are increasing.
Oh, that's another very important point. We've seen yields on treasuries, 10-year notes, moving up close to that 2.5% range. That's going to affect the mortgage rate that someone can get. And you start seeing mortgage rates move up. That's like a price increase for someone buying.
Yes, it's like a twofer. You get an increased price in the home and an increased rate, which makes you're mortgaging or borrowing more money for the same house, and your interest rate is increasing. So your payment's going to go up.
At 200 to 250,000 range, that's the sweet spot for demand right now.
Yes, there were 8,300 homes sold in May, and that's where the most competition is. There's multiple offers in that range.
Are we seeing, though, softness in higher price tones?
The higher prices are just taking longer. There are higher price buyers out there because the market has eased a bit on obtaining jumbo loans.
But for that sweet spot, and probably a little on either side.
Yes.
As you said, you've seen multiple offers on some houses. That means that if someone is a buyer, they need to go in prepared.
Yes, they need to go in prepared, and certainly in that range, cash buyers will have an edge. But it's owner-occupied buyers for the most part. You're not competing against investors.
A lot of the investors were here 3, 4, 5 years ago. They got in at the bottom, and as prices moved higher, they've now moved on to other areas.
Right. You're also competing against people who have had a short sale or a foreclosure, who may have good financials. You know, maybe they did a strategic default.
Right.
And so they have strong financials, and they've been waiting to enter the market because it's a time, you know, they have to wait anywhere between 3 and 7 years, depending on what their loan was and whether they did a short sale or a foreclosure.
And you think about it, if it was back in 2008, that 7-year period is over.
Exactly. So these people are now going to be, you know, flooding the market, in my opinion.
And as they start flooding into the market, there are some changes that are about to take place. You told me that some regulatory changes are coming our way effective August 1st.
Yes, that's all loan applications, all applications for mortgage loans that are dated August 1st or later. And there's a lot of changes coming under the Dodd-Frank Act, and it's being overseen by the Consumer Finance Protection Bureau.
So we will dig into that over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Because this is really important if you're looking for a home or if you're working with a buyer, if you're selling. And I think a lot of realtors are not aware of what's going on, and a lot of people in the mortgage industry may not be able to offer the kind of advice that you can as an attorney.
Yeah, you know, that's going to be a big deal, is who you use to get your mortgage. If they're not up to speed, there's a lot more pressure and a lot more documents that are actually being prepared by the lender, and the lender has increased responsibility for a lot of information, not just delivering it, but making sure you received it.
If you want to make sure you know how to get through this paperwork,
Yeah.
and know what to expect, you need someone who can offer advice, and that's part of the advantage that Laura brings to the table. Laura Bramnick, TalkRealEstateAZ.com, and if you are in the market, buyer or seller, doesn't matter, you need to know what's going on. Laura can tell you that and advise you. 480-624-2705, 480-624-2705, TalkRealEstateAZ.com, and you can talk to Laura at 480-624-2705. Thank you, Laura.
Thanks, Sinclair.